Hi there, welcome to Whole View Farm. It is super cold out today. It's getting towards the end of February and we're out grazing, or bale grazing really, and giving everybody some extra feed. We brought out 4 square bales of alfalfa. That's what everybody's working on here. And kind of interesting, our round bales. We brought out 3 round bales earlier in the week because we knew the cold weather was coming. And we had one over there. You see that small group of sheep grazing there. And that was one of the really nice grassy bales that we got from our bales, excuse me, that we got from our neighbor across the street. We had one up here, which is one that actually came out of our field on 26 acres up here, and that's been okay. Like obviously we brought out 3 round bales at the same time and they just annihilated that really nice green grassy one. This one, they've been picking at it, but the one I got here, they really haven't touched it all, and it's pretty obvious that it got kind of moldy. You know, it's worked over pretty good, but that's mostly Nikki and also me using a pitchfork and just spreading it out down here. It was up there and it kind of flipped it down here, and we've been peeling back layers and spreading them out on the snow, so give them some bedding. So, hey Gertie, good girl. Yeah, dog's got some nice chunks of meaty bones, help keep them warm. And yeah, laying this bedding down will give them a nice thermal break, and yeah, can use it even if they're not going to use it for feed. So obviously my haymaking skills are not the greatest, and I don't know if I'm even going to do it again this year. It was a lot of time and fuel and parts, and it was kind of hard. I spent about 9 hours on that field just cutting, you know, with a 12-foot hay bine that broke down a few times that I'd borrowed from a friend, and I watched my neighbor across the street with his disc bine on a 200 horsepower tractor do what I did in 9 hours in about an hour and a half.
As we were fixing the broken stuff.
Yeah, while we're doing a repair, we're watching him zip past. It's like, well, this isn't economically smart for us to.
But you had to try it.
Yeah,
Get it out of your system.
Well, we'd need a lot more acreage to make it worth getting the right equipment, and I don't want to keep doing it with the wrong equipment. So, and I honestly don't even want to make hay on our land. I'd rather import the nutrients, pay for them, and get better quality hay than what we can produce. And I think that's a smarter way to go. But I'm glad I tried it. I mean, we learned a lot about hay doing that exercise. You know, we're starting to really get into it and see the difference between what good hay is and how the animals react to it, and using our senses. No, it's every so moldy. Yeah, every time you pull a chunk off it, this dust flies out. I think it's mold spores, and that they're just not into it. So probably too much forbs, like thicker stem stuff that didn't dry out as well, is my guess.
Wrapped it.
Yeah, we could have done a plastic wrap on these bales and it would have made some good baleage.
Okay, you can't growl at everybody while you eat that. She does that. She'll sit right in the middle of everybody, and if they get too close, then she like growls at them.
Yeah, they think the goats are going to steal their meat. Yeah.
They're eating.
So what she's eating there is actually Gina. Yeah, we had to call.
Not Gia. Gia's still alive.
Oh,
Gina.
Gina, yeah.
2-year-old. The mother of Harry.
Harry's mom, yeah. So that was really upsetting. She was a ewe that was born on our farm and got sick. We had the vet out. We did some blood work, checked her copper levels. All that was okay.
So copper levels were awesome. Like everybody's right where they should be. So.
Yeah, we tested her and Cuddles, and the levels were good. The vet didn't have any problems. It was a little on the high side, but nothing that should be dangerous for her. So we think she just had a head injury that turned into an infection and turned into a neurological issue. But she was suffering and she was losing weight and not recovering well from it. So we decided to cull her. And since we won't consume a sick animal ourselves, we cut her up for the dogs.
Yeah, that sounds.
Well, part of the sheep business,
It's part of the sheep.
but never fun. And it hit especially hard being a ewe that was born here, we had raised from birth, and
Yeah,
yeah,
I thought I'd get some more babies out of her. She, Harry looked so cool. I was like, yeah, we put it back with Talon.
yeah.
I'm like, we're gonna get twins this year. They're gonna be awesome.
Well, that's a big part of our strategy, is depending on those epigenetics to make the flock more and more adapted to our specific environment year over year. So that's always, discouraging, but we do have plenty more sheep. We're talking about maybe bringing in some additional genetics this year as well. We'll see where that leads, but yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I think I'm like 95% sure everybody's bred. Just because no one, it's the end of March, it's the last week, second to last week in February, and
yeah, I'm confident.
Didn't eat last month or this month, so
I'm confident the sheep got bred. We're not so sure about the goats, but
I think the goats are.
they're plenty fat.
Even the withers, like our 5 wither boys, aren't jumping on anybody,
So yeah.
Lirio did his job. We just never caught him in the act, and that's what made me nervous. Is like, okay,
Yeah.
He'd be flirting and then he'd stop, and now then all the withers would be jumping on the girls, and I'm like, oh man. But that hasn't happened in 2 months, so.
Yeah, we're supposed to get some really cold weather this week, or tonight's going to get down to -15. They're saying.
-15, and then with the wind chill it'll be -30. So this is where they've been camping. And
Yeah,
I wanted
a nice windbreak here,
because of the fact they're just laying in snow and poop.
Yeah.
And yeah, break that thermal barrier between. I mean, the sheep are fine, and so are everybody's good. No one was shaken. They're happy. They're well fed. So, but it's just nice when it gets so cold that you got a little bit of a break.
Yep. So. And we had some fun sledding with the girls earlier. Everybody's got the day off for President's Day. So that's kind of a nice change of pace. And Mike's up visiting, and he went out and caught a bunch of fish out of the pond that we're going to fry up tonight. So
fish fry.
Yeah, life is good. No
He's
complaints.
Make our famous fries.
Yep. All right. Well, thanks for watching. We're going to go warm up and let these guys feed, and the sun's not far from setting, and we'll get through this last bit of cold weather, and we should have some warmer temps next week. And boy, I'm just really looking forward to spring, and I'm grateful we got this moisture.
We'll be tapping as soon as the
yeah, ready to tap some maple trees, and I think this snow it's not a ton of moisture, but it's something that's really going to help us grow some grass this spring. So excited to get it.
Yeah.
All right. Take care.
Bye.